We're here in the South Bronx because the South Bronx has been particularly hit hard by the opioid epidemic.
Last week, New York's Attorney General Letitia James announced that her office will begin distributing $1.5 billion in settlement funds across the state of New York. The money comes from a class action lawsuit against major drug manufacturer companies. In March 2019, New York State joined dozens of other states in a class action lawsuit against Purdue Pharma, Johnson & Johnson, McKesson, Cardinal Health, and AmerisourceBergen, the makers and distributors of the painkiller drug OxyContin and other opioid pain-relieving drugs. According to the Centers for Disease and Control, over the past 2 decades, more than 500,000 Americans have died from overdoses from prescription painkillers. In July of this year, New York and many other states won the lawsuit against many of the top drug companies.
Here in the U.S., from Mount Sinai to the Mayo Clinic, some hospitals have developed antibody tests for COVID-19. The serological tests aren't perfect, though. False positives are possible because a person could have antibodies from other coronavirus strains. More than a dozen companies making antibody tests are allowed to distribute them to hospitals and doctors' offices, but have to carry disclaimer statements that read, quote, "This test has not been reviewed by the FDA," end quote.
My daughter said, what's this? And I could hear in her voice she was nervous. And my daughter said, don't tell me to relax. Tell me why I should be relaxed, which is a very big difference there. So I want to make sure I tell the people of New York what I told my daughter. In this situation, the facts defeat fear. When you look at the reality here, about 80% of the people who are infected with the coronavirus self-resolve. Thank you for being here today. I think you know everyone who is here. We have a lot of interesting news today. Things are moving. Current status, we still have the trajectory going up. We have not turned the trajectory, nor have we hit the apex. Remember what that line is going to do. It's going to go up, it's going to reach a high point, it's going to tip, it's going to go back down. We're still on the way up the mountain. Number of infections that have been coming in, 80% still self-resolved. About 15% of the people who test positive require hospitalization.
Hi, Jeffrey.
Hello, Allison.
It's been a while.
It has been a while, indeed.
I feel like we should address what's happened in the months since we've seen you, since some of our viewers may not know what has happened. So I guess I'll recap. I'll do the honors.
Help yourself.
Okay. In October, you were on a Zoom call with your colleagues from the New Yorker magazine. Everyone took a break for several minutes, during which time you were caught masturbating on camera. You were subsequently fired.
This is CNN.
As you probably know, I'm stepping aside as your governor. I wanted to share some thoughts with you that I've been thinking about over the past few days. There will be another time to talk about the truth and ethics of the recent situation involving me. But let me say now that when government politicizes allegations and the headlines condemn without facts, you undermine the justice system. And that doesn't serve women, and it doesn't serve men or society.
We can't sleep. Mr. Mayor, you won't sleep.
Led by a Brooklyn City councilor overnight, a boisterous protest outside Gracie Mansion on the Upper East Side. Filled mostly with dozens of drivers from the Crown Heights community.
He just can't control this city.
They're fed up with the nightly fireworks displays that have soared across the city for the past 2 weeks since the COVID lockdown ended and amid the continued police protests. According to 311 data, fireworks complaints have shot up 8,000% from the first half of June compared to last year.
As for what's being done about these illegal displays, well, the mayor's spokesperson tweeted overnight that they are in the process of cracking down on the suppliers of all of this. And just yesterday, we saw the NYPD made a massive controlled detonation with all the fireworks they confiscated.
Yeah, David, so many people out here on the Grand Concourse with brooms and dustpans cleaning up. And check out some of this damage. Cell phone video shows crowds lifting up the gate on this T-Mobile store. Today, here's what's left. Not a phone in sight. At this bank, thieves ripped out the ATM. This shoe store also robbed. Looters freely walking around with stolen liquor and new shoes in plain sight. On the Grand Concourse, more destruction. Someone cut through the gate at this jewelry store. And at this pharmacy, the glass counters are knocked over, the shelves bare.
Where you gonna go? T-Mobile, jewelry, the cashier, the pharmacy? I mean, come on, like, look.